Hi guys, and welcome back to my channel, Sim Talk. Guys, still in my dressing gown, still very cold, but not sure when this video is going to be released. It may be, so currently, let's just say we're towards the end of April, and yeah, it might be released in May. But you know guys, I'm trying to be consistent here, so better late than never. But I just wanted to share with you, so at the end of April, I was invited to an education conference. It was absolutely amazing. I would say maybe there was about, how many people? 80 people? And the conference opened up with a head teacher. In fact, we were in her school, and it was giving very kind of US high school vibes or college vibes, you know, when you've got these seats going up, or even over here, like lecture university vibes. So it was amazing. It was amazing. We had other head teachers speaking, teachers speaking, and then there was a section on special educational needs. So the whole thing was about ways that we inclusion with our young people. There was someone from the senior leadership team who shared an image that she saw from the pandemic or the lockdown. And basically it was an image of 3 individuals with varying heights. And what she was trying to say is everyone will say they want equality, they want the same as someone else. But in fact, it doesn't work. And they mention about equity. So what does that individual need? So obviously the shortest person needed 2 boxes to stand on. The middle height person needed 1, and the tallest person didn't need any. Whereas if it's equality, each one of them would get 1 box. Not literally, my Jamaican people, but and the little one would not be able to see over the fence. So it's a really interesting illustration, and I'll put that up. But it was really, really, really good event. It was a really good event. And for me, I'm glad that they had the section on special educational needs and disability. And I had a lot of people come up and just congratulate me on speaking, and they just said it really resonated with them. And so we got to keep raising awareness on issues around our children. And as draining as it can be, if it helps for people to understand better, even if it's just a few percentages, then that's what needs to happen. Think about it like this. And this is parents just starting out, and you might have a toddler and you've got concerns. If in my situation, I've had to educate a couple of GPs with how, informing them of how my child communicates, right? Because usually you would get the support from the pediatrician. Then for you as the parent, you know your child best. Okay, yes, you've got the medical model on one hand, but also through lived experience, you have to be your child's biggest advocate. And the best way, and I've mentioned this before, keep a record. I'm very old school. I might have a diary or a notebook, or type it on your phone. Notice my child was spinning. Notice my child was rocking. Notice that my child, just whatever behaviors that you think actually, especially if you've had children before, you'll know that what's typically developing roughly. What can be quite challenging is if it's your first child. In my situation, Callum was my first child. But after time, you know, looking at the child development milestones, you'll be like, okay. And in my job that I do as well, I remember visiting this 2.5-year-old who was only a few months older than my son, and thinking, he's doing a lot more than my child. But then, when you're just like, each child would develop at their rate, at their own rate. Been in situations where I've had to speak and educate GPs. Okay, not medically, but you know, I've been asked, what school, this is when my son was at mainstream, what school does he go to? How does he communicate, you know? And this is what I'm saying, parents, if you feel that something isn't quite right, or something doesn't seem right, or something you feel that your child is behind significantly, you really need to fight. Hi guys, guess what? The camera died, my phone died. So just to say, listen, send families, whether you're a parent, whether you're someone with lived experience and you are neurodiverse, you know yourself. And so don't be silent, don't feel intimidated where possible. Record what you can, write down what you can in order to get the support that you need. So I'm going to leave it there before my camera completely dies again. But if you've got this far, please like, guys, please subscribe. And remember, it's not a sprint, it's a marathon, but we're in this together. Take care, bye.